Hello and welcome to another video. So today I thought I would do a fun TBR reading vlog because obviously as I said, this year I really want to read more of my physical TBR and just whittle it down, make it more manageable, because it's like, I think it was about 185 at the start of the year. I don't actually know how much it is right now, but I'll probably do a recount at the start of March. Anyway, I made a TBR dice game, and I've got some dice from my boyfriend and they're really cute. This one's like a little mushroom. Can you see? But yeah. And then so the plan is we're gonna play the game, choose a book, read it, and do it 2 more times. We're gonna have 3 books, I believe. No. So some of the prompts on here I will show you better in a second. But it says like Kindle Unlimited, book with white on the cover, oldest book on my TBR. There's a few that say a free pick or Ben chooses. And yeah, I tried to tailor this to my own TBR, but I don't know how well that would have gone because I can't actually remember when I made this a week or so ago. But no, we'll spin it for the first time and we'll have a look. Okay, I am now like above the phone. We shall see. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice. Okay, so I got a 6 and a 2. So how I was going to do it, so this is the 6, that's the 2, and I got a free pick. Okay, so that's like the example of how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go again, because I don't want to do a free pick straight away. I got 6 and a 2 again, that's no, we'll cut that out. Okay, 3 and 3. 3. A book under 300 pages. Alrighty. Okay, so I just got a book under 300 pages, and I don't know which ones are exactly under 300 pages. I think I'm gonna have to have a little rummage around and then we'll figure it out. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a romance. I don't know. I guess if I don't have a book under 300 pages, I don't know what we'll do. We'll roll again, I guess. But let's have a look. Okay, so I looked on my story graph and like on my TBR, and I had it showing like pages lowest to high. A couple of them, like, they're missing the page information, so I just ignored those. And then the only one out of like underneath 300 pages that caught my eye was Athena's Child by Hannah Lynn. I've had this on my shelf for a while now, and all I know is that it's a Greek myth retelling. I don't know much about it. I just know that obviously I like Greek mythology. I am a classics graduate. Crazy to think about that now. I have got my degree. No. Yeah, so it is exactly... Okay, it's 238 pages, and also the font is quite large, so this like won't take that long to read. But no. And then I think I'm going to like do the game again like once I finish this book, just so that I can not think about what other ones I want to read, and I'll just focus on this. But no, you'll now see me read Athena's Child by Hannah Lynn. Yeah, this is also book 1 in a trilogy. I believe I might have the 3rd, not the 2nd, on my shelf. I've got one of them. But no, it also kind of looks like it's indie published. Like the way there's like no like publisher information. I don't know. Yeah, it's independently published. Okay. I don't know. I don't think she's an indie author though. This one, yeah. You can kind of tell it's printed by Amazon because it has like a weird thing on the back, like the barcode, and it just says like, yeah, printed in Great Britain by Amazon. We shall read it. Hello. It is a couple hours later and I am 80 pages into Athena's Child by Hannah Lynn, and I'm definitely enjoying it right now. It's very fast paced. I mean, what do you expect with a book that is 238 pages long? And I don't know. I mean, the writing style it's just easy to like pick it up and then just like fall into, if that makes any sense. Like, it's really, for me anyway, I feel quite gripped by it. Okay, so basically this book is a retelling of Medusa. So in what I've read so far, I mean everyone knows the story of Medusa. That's not a spoiler. But basically so far we have recounted how she is a priestess of Athena at the temple, and then Poseidon comes along and defiles her in the temple, which is obviously forbidden because no men can enter the temple. And then Athena appears and curses Medusa, and that's basically what's happened so far in the 80 pages. Perseus will come along. I mean, he is on the blurb of the book, so like I'm expecting him at some point. But no, I'm enjoying it. I keep like expecting like there to be like a mistake in the myth retelling for some reason, but there isn't. Like I'm having a great time reading it, and honestly, I've been kind of fancying picking this book up recently, so it's quite nice that like this TBR dice game has actually made me pick it up. Well, obviously not made me, but you know what I mean. Like it's prompted me to pick this one up out of the others that I have. If that makes any sense, I might have rambled a bit there. But no, yeah, I'm literally like a third way through this book, and I can see myself. Honestly, maybe finishing it today because it's like 4:30 right now. I've just cleaned the bathroom. I've got some laundry that's gonna finish and put some more on. But I mean, I'm just sat here reading, so that's what we're doing. No, it's a very miserable grey day. So honestly, just sitting here reading feels like a little luxury. But anyway, the other thing I've actually been doing was like I finished my book this morning because I was actually reading. I finished this morning The Compound, which I borrowed this from my local library, and yeah, this book was really weird because its target is like described as like Love Island meets Lord of the Flies. I've never read Lord of the Flies or seen an adaptation of it. Though I know BBC are currently doing one, or they're about to start doing one. I saw the trailer at work the other day. But no, it was very weird because I don't watch reality TV. That's not my thing. And reading this book and things that must obviously make so much sense to people who like watch Love Island, I was like, huh? The whole concept of a boy and a girl having to share a bed for them to stay in the show in the book was so weird to me. Like, no, thank you. And how like I think there's a mention at some point where like homosexuality is seen as a sin in the show. Like they don't, it's like frowned upon, and they don't want like same-sex couples. But then later on in the book, I don't know if this was like a plot hole or something. It's revealed one of the guys was actually hooking up with another guy. So maybe like they don't mind it as long as it's a boy girl in the bed. I don't. Honestly, I was glossing over a bit of it, but it was fun. It was entertaining. I started that what day? I started that Wednesday, finished it yesterday. No, this morning. It's Friday. So I read it very quickly. But no. And then the other thing I've done today, other than cleaning, is I've been crocheting. I have learned this past week how to make a granny square, which okay, I'm not like I started crocheting like last summer, like August time, and so my crocheting skills aren't like top tier, but I'm quite proud of this. Um, no, I'm also like currently crocheting like a strawberry stitch bag. It's actually on the other side of the room, and I'm too lazy to get up and show you. I'll show you later at some point if I have it with me. But no, and the other thing I'm also is knitting, because I've mentioned this before. I work in a nursing home, and my job is like I'm an activity assistant, so like my job is to spend time with the old people, and I love it. I love my job, and me and a lady and another lady is sometimes helping. We are knitting squares and we're sewing them together to make a blanket. I literally, my job yesterday, I was sewing some squares together. I let this one lady, this little old lady, I love her so much. She is basically just giving me orders on what to do. And I just follow it. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can tell me what to do. I don't mind. So no, I'm really hoping I can like keep knitting like tonight or tomorrow to finish my square up, so I can actually give her something, because I actually been getting so distracted with crochet at home, which isn't like the end of the world, but it's fine. Yes. Anyway, so now I'm gonna sit here and keep reading. Also, again, another tangent because I want to chat. A side note, I mean, it's not as disgraceful as using a Poseidon bookmark, but I think it's quite funny that I have got an Apollo bookmark in my book called A Phoenix Child. If that doesn't prove too much like how much of a nerd I can be with Greek mythology, I don't know what else will be. I mean, I think I do say like the Odyssey is probably one of my favorite. I'm gonna say book. Obviously, it's not a book. It's an epic. It's a an oral poem. Um, but I still think it's one of my favorites, and I really want to get my hands on the Emily Wilson translation. I really want to read that so bad. Because the only edition I read it actually is the edition I did for A level. I've read bits of a different edition at university, but no, you know. And also I think it's definitely from Etsy. I get most of my bookmarks are from Etsy, apart from like the few that like I might have grabbed at Waterstones or whatever. So no, I'm gonna sit and keep reading. I also have some Snoopy Jazz on TV. I've got well, it was an icy squash, the ice is melted, but I got a squash, and that's my plan for the afternoon. Rightio. So I have just finished reading Athena's Child by Hannah Lynn, and I need to roll the dice again. So here we go. Okay, so I got 6 and 6. So it will be highly anticipated. Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Okay, so the TBR dice game just gave me the prompt highly anticipated, and so I'm taking that to be a book I have on my shelf that I really want to get to. And I got 3 options. The first option, which I grabbed, was A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. This is actually from the library, as you can tell. And again, I don't know if it's like fully highly anticipated though, but obviously it's a library book, so I need to read it before I turn it. And I've seen Ellen Catherine read this, and she enjoyed it, which makes me want to read it. So okay, and then the second option I picked out is Brimstone by Callie Hart. I really enjoy reading Quicksilver. Like last year at some point on my Kindle, like I was obsessed. And yeah, and I do have like the really pretty like spray edition. I really want to read this. I just don't know if it's my time. But then I'm like, if I read it, I can go on my finished shelf, which is the big ones packet. So I don't know, I'm quite leaning towards that right now. And then the other one, which I've been wanting to read for so long, Heavenly Bodies. Like I want to read this as well, but I just don't know. I think, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Brimstone. Maybe it's crazy. But I don't know. I don't know if I've like seen amazing things about this. But obviously, as I said, if I read it, it can then go into my finished shelves. I also do think it's really pretty. I love like the additions with like the sprayed edges and like this cover being like quite plain but striking. The only thing is I know people didn't like the original cover of Quicksilver, like with the guy's face. I did quite like it. I do actually have a copy of that of his face. And then when I bought this, I was like, I need to buy Quicksilver's matching edition because I wanted it in a hardback because my Quicksilver copy is like it's I want to say international paperback. Like it's like the paperback was like the same size as the hardback. So yeah, but no, I think I'm going to read Brimstone. I think is there a third one coming out this year? I'll need to look that up. Anyway, that's what I'm going to read. Hello. It has been a hot minute. I think I started reading Brimstone on Saturday and it's now Thursday. I have just been reading it. It's on Kindle Unlimited, which I didn't know. So I've been reading it on my Kindle and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's just, it feels so long because my Kindle says it's like 670 pages and like I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. I did have to read for a summary of Quicksilver before I started it though, because I had no memories of that book really, apart from the very end. And yeah, so like for like getting back into the world took me a bit. I think it took me most of Saturday to get back into it. And then since then I've been enjoying it a lot. I just feel like maybe some of it could be taken out. Like, is every single thing that is written in this book, is it necessary? I'm not too sure. But no, I think I'm like on page 500 right now. So I've got like 170-ish pages left to read. And my plan is to finish it tonight. That's all I want to do. I'm really hoping I can. Because I need to read my book club book for Monday evening. So like the quicker I finish Brimstone, the quicker I can start that and read that. So yeah, I need to stop reading such big books because it's stressing me out when I realise that I need to read my book club book. And I feel like a right state because I just feel gross. But I don't want to shower just yet because I've just been at work all day. But no. So anyway, so I'm going to sit here and read Brimstone by Kelly Hart for the rest of the day. And hopefully I'll finish it. And hopefully then we can wrap this video up because it's gone on for far too long. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. And I mean, I know for us in Canterbury, it's been very sunny. And it's been very nice. So I hope everyone's also enjoying some sunshine wherever they are. Okay, I realised I never finished this vlog off. And I finished reading Quicksilver. I don't even know when. It is a whole new week. I had book club at the start of this week. So I must have finished book Quicksilver like last Friday or something. Last Friday, I think. So it's been a week. And I'm about to start cooking dinner. Nothing too fancy. We are having a chicken korma and I'm being lazy. I've got red bean sauce. I figured I will chat to you while I do this. Quicksilver. I enjoyed it. I had a good time reading it. However, if I'm being fully honest, did it need to be almost 700 pages? Absolutely not. Not everything in that book was necessary. Don't get me wrong. No shame to Kelly Hart. Get your money. Get your money, you know? But yeah, it did not need to be that long. It was far too long. I personally felt like, because I started reading it in the physical form, my hardback, and it felt too, like, the font was so, like, okay, I'm a Kindle, I have my font size 8, I think. I like it quite big. And yeah, physical, the hardback was far too small in like font for me. And then also it gets heavy. And I don't know, I was falling asleep reading it physically. Then I realised it's on Kindle Unlimited. And then I was like, alright, let's give that a whirl. Russians look fine too. And then yeah, I read it a lot quicker. My only problem is, I don't know, I'm getting distracted with other things that minute instead of reading. Like, I've always been that type of person who reads incredibly quickly and it's great. I know, I'm just reading a lot slower, which is not a bad thing. It's quite nice actually. I can like take my time and enjoy the book. But no, what was I gonna say? Anyway, yeah. So it was just far too long. Like some of it just didn't feel necessary. Like you probably could have cut out some of the spice as well. Like you did not need all of that. And I like spice. Like I'm currently reading S.D. Gibson, Savage Blooms. Like I like spice in my books. That one is just, I feel like especially if you're doing a plot heavy book, you don't need more than 2 spice scenes. Like if they're there for the plot, not for the spice. If you want to write spice, just write erotica at that point. Yeah, it was pretty good. I must admit, I enjoyed the ending. I thought that was really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next book, which I think comes out this year, like end of the year. So that'll be good. And now I'm about to cut chicken up, so you can watch me squeam. I hate cutting up chicken. Needs most. Anyway, so nice. I'm looking forward to seeing how, like, plot wise, it's gonna go from there. But no, it just did not need to be that long, like at all. Like I enjoyed it. I had a good time reading it when I was actually reading. And then I have made a TikTok about this, but my book club book was Water Moon by Samantha Soto. That was incredible. I'm so annoyed at myself. I left it to the last minute to read it, because I think if I'd given myself more than just a day, I would have read it a lot slower and just enjoyed it far more. But instead, I had to read it basically all on Monday, this Monday. Like, I think because I wake up about 7ish, I might wake up about 6:30 maybe that day. And then I was like, okay, I leave for work at like 9:45. And so I just read it as quick as I could. And then I got home from work at like 4:10. I left for book club at like 6:50, so I just read that whole time. Which, okay, that's completely my fault. However, it doesn't diminish from the fact that that book was incredible. And I'm pretty sure the author has other books, or at least one other book, either out already or coming out, I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it properly. But I will definitely read that, because again, it was so good. No, Quicksilver, yeah, I enjoyed it. Could have been way shorter. However, still looking forward to the next book. I want to see how the story ends. I don't know if it's meant to be a trilogy or like 4 books or 5 books or more, but no, I will definitely read the next one. And again, Water Moon by Samantha Soto, just so like magical, whimsical. I just feel good. It was really good. I recommend it to Ben. Well, obviously I had it on my Kindle, so he has to go buy himself a physical copy. So well. And I think the other exciting thing is that Sarah J Maas has announced that ACOTAR 6 and 7 are coming. We've got book 6 coming out in October, which I'm so excited for. And no, definitely not going to pre-order the physical copy though, because her past releases I've been reading on my Kindle. Just because I read it quicker, it's easier. No, I think I'd rather have them out on paperback anyway. So no, so I will, yeah, have those on my Kindle. I won't bother to pre-order that until the day. I'll buy it on the day. So no. And I was thinking, like, do I do a reread? And I don't want to. Because I do say my memory's not great. However, I do find my memory of books is pretty good. Like, yes, okay, I said I'd had to reread Quicksilver just because I wasn't sure, and I thought better just to quickly skim through a summary. Plus, I have also read the ACOTAR books at least 2 times, maybe 3. Because I mean, I think I read the first ACOTAR book when it came out in like 2015. So I was like 14. Which is crazy to think. Like, I'm 24, I'm gonna be 25 when this book comes out. I've been reading these books for like at least 10 years. Oof. Anyway, I'm gonna cook dinner. This video, again, I'm really bad. I need to get more in the habit of filming more consistently during the day and weeks when I'm actually making a video, and editing it and getting it up quick. So obviously I filmed this all last week, and it's now basically the end of another week. I have started filming another video today, kind of, because I was going to start filming the other day on Wednesday. I was called into work because we have staff sickness and they needed someone to hang out with the people, the young people. So that's my job, even though it confused every single person there, because I don't work Wednesdays. But no, so yeah, thank you all for watching. I had a great time reading these books. Definitely will do this TBR dice game again, because it was great. I had good fun with that. And I've made it now, so I might as well use it more. I think it'd be more interesting to see if, like, because I've got squares that say like Ben picks and things, and library pick. So it'd be quite fun if like I picked out the library and I had to then go to the library to get one, instead of just having a few library books on the side. So nice, I might do that again. Maybe the video after this one will be that. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a lovely morning, day, evening, whatever. And yeah, see you in the next one.